So this video was recorded before the insane price drop of the Model X and Model X Plaid, which starts at $79,000. But I do hope you enjoy the video. What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin, and we are in the Model Y studios on a little road trip. Not really, but I was in El Segundo. If you're not familiar where El Segundo is, it's near the Los Angeles International Airport, LAX. And if you're familiar with A Tribe Called Quest, they have a song called Left My Wallet in El Segundo. But what am I doing in El Segundo, you may ask? Well, I went to go ahead and checked out a Rivian service center / delivery center because I was curious. I was curious because if you've checked out my Model X video that it was back in the service center, there might be an option to get it bought back. And so if they buy it back, then we are a free agent, if you could say that, where we're gonna need another car. And I just wanted to look at the options. And there's really nothing in the EV space that is a similar size as the Model X, except for the Rivian R1S. I think Kia is coming out with the EV9. Who knows when that's coming out? But we need something fairly immediate if the request gets approved and we like the numbers that are provided to us. Yeah, otherwise, we may pursue a lemon law and get a lawyer and go through the hassle, or just keep the car. But who knows? I just want to be ready with options, just in case something comes about. And so the only thing in the market that's very similar to the Model X is the Rivian R1S, and I wanted to go check one out. I was able to see one in person previously at our zero emissions run to Las Vegas. One of the group members was kind enough to show us around their R1S. There was also an R1T there, but I declined their little detailed tour because, knowing me, I would want one, and I would probably have placed an order with one had I gone through it. But yeah, so I found some time. I went to go and check one out. I didn't do a test drive, but I just wanted to see one. And there was someone there that was quite kind enough to just show me around, a more detailed tour, if you may, but not too detailed, just an overview, I guess. And one of the things right off the bat that I noticed is the interface on the screen. Not as smooth as Tesla, but a lot better than what I've seen on YouTube videos from like Mercedes and BMW, where the screen, the refresh rate and everything is very responsive. Not as responsive as Tesla's, but because that was one of the things, like, you're paying all this money, but man, the interface is real crappy. Like, it's not responsive, it lags. But so far, what I've seen in the tour looked pretty good. And they also have handlebars. They have little not handlebars, but handles right above the doors, because Tesla doesn't have those handles above the doors. So the guy was probably like, man, this guy's weird. Like, no, bro, we have Teslas, we don't have handles by the door. Not that I need it. I mean, I've grown accustomed to not having one, but you know, it's one of those things, right? So he showed me around. The adjustable suspension thing is pretty cool. I think it's similar to the Model S. I'm sorry, it's similar to the Model X. Well, actually, the S has adjustable suspension too. But I didn't go for a test drive, so I wouldn't know how it felt. But there's a couple of things that he noted that I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, there's USB-C ports on the third row on both sides, so you can charge devices. Now the Model X does have it, but it's, I think, like in between the seats on the third row, like where your legs are. So these ones are placed on the sides. I think, to me, they're more accessible, I guess. What I don't like with the charging ports near your legs is you can easily knock it out or break it because of its location. So there's a lot of storage in the back as well on the side. I'm not really too familiar, I'll be honest. I'm not familiar with what our third row looks like in the Model X, because I'm always driving it. So, but one big thing, actually there's a couple of big things that may deter us from getting it, is location of their service center. I mean, I'm not hoping for the Rivian to break, but man, we've owned several Teslas and they just break. So I always want to be ready. I always want to get familiar with what the process is in terms of if it breaks, like, you know, what kind of support, what kind of warranty, and what is the process that I have to go through to get it resolved. And the advantage of Tesla is they've been in the game for a while and they've been able to set up shop in many different locations, so conveniently located where I'm at. But right now in Southern California, there's only a handful of locations that will do service, and one of them is in El Segundo, another is in Costa Mesa in Orange County, and I think that's really it. Now there is a store in Venice, but I don't know if they do warranty or service there. It might just be like a showroom. But all three of those locations, oh, actually there's also one in San Diego, and they're all far. So if I ever had to use their service center, I mean, it's already bad enough with the Model X and the numerous times I have to go to the service center, but at least Upland is the closest one to my house, and it's convenient as far as the distance that I have to go. So Costa Mesa, El Segundo, San Diego, Venice, I mean, they're all far. They're over an hour away. And you have to go through LA traffic or San Diego traffic. So it's not conveniently located, so that's a concern. The other thing is the R1S only comes in a 7-seater configuration, and we like our 6-seater configuration, again, because we're coming from minivans and we love that the second row captain seats and that aisle, the ability to get to the third row without having to move the second row seats back. So we like that convenience. So that's a little important to us. So I don't know if that's just gonna, like, you know, make us not want it. And then the other thing is, I asked what is the wait time for an R1S. 1 year and 6 months. So that's not gonna do it. But I wanted to keep my options open and see. But I mean, they were saying that it's possible it could be a year. So if we were going to go through the buyback, and so Abby's willing to drive the business car, the Toyota Corolla, and I think we're able to get a Model X in about a month. And sometimes there's even some that are in inventory, so we get an additional discount and we could get the car in a quicker manner. So I don't know, but I just wanted to keep my options open. I wanted to check one out. I wanted to see what their elevator pitch is, but it's just similar to Tesla, where there's no pressure. You go in there, you just check it out, and they don't like, oh, do you want to buy one? Do you want to put an order in? Blah, 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 blah. Like, no. It's like, all right, I'll show you around. Let us know. You can order online or you could order with them. There's $1,000 deposit. It's refundable. but there's no like pressure on, oh, let me talk to my manager and get you the best deal. And then they give you the number and you're like, okay, well, thank you for your time. You know what? Let me check again with my manager to see if we could do better. And you're like, wait, didn't you just say that you're gonna give me the best deal? You gave me the number, that's your best deal. You mean to tell me you could do better because I'm walking away? Like, man, I do not miss that whole dealership experience. It's just a pain. So I love going to Tesla, places like Rivian, where Lucid probably too, where it's like they are the dealership. There's no middleman, no stress, no pressure into buying a car. I mean, you just have to wait, but at least you could window shop and not be hassled. You don't have to give up any information or anything. Like, you don't have to do any credit checks. Like, man, that's how it's supposed to be, but it's not. And that's what you would get with Tesla, with Rivian, and I would assume Lucid as well, and companies like that. So, but that's really about it. Based on what I found out today, as much as I would like to get one, I mean, if anything, I'd rather get the R1T and not the R1S. So it may look like if we go through a buyback that we're probably just gonna get another Model X and hope and pray that there is no more issues, or at least less of an issue. Man, I would be surprised if there isn't any issues. But at least lesser of an issue or issues. But there are perfect Model X's out there. Congratulations to those owners. But I could only hope and pray that we become one as well. And we'll see what happens. I'm not even knowing what Tesla's going to do or offer us. They may say we're not going to buy it back. So who knows? But I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. If you have a Rivian, let me know. If you were a previous Tesla owner and you went to a different brand, let me know what you got, what you think. There's a couple of things that I'll probably miss, but hopefully everything will improve as far as delivery times and pricing. I mean, I think the R1S is cheaper than the Model X long range, at least how we spec'd it out. It's probably a good $8,000 to $10,000 difference, because I think I spec'd one out and it was around $98,000 for a quad motor and some color options. I can't remember, but and then the Model X that we would get is a 6-seater. We upgraded to 6-seater, and Abby loves the cream color, so there's no other option but cream on that. And it's I think it's like right around 109 or something, so it's about 11,000 difference. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. But let me know what y'all think. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.